TCP/IP Protocol Suite Part 3. In the previous videos, we discussed layered architecture layers in the TCP/IP, layers description, and in this video, we will see the encapsulation and decapsulation, addressing multiplexing and demultiplexing. Encapsulation and decapsulation. So the encapsulation process is done at the source host, and encapsulation and decapsulation is done in the router. Decapsulation is done in the destination host in the communication process. So encapsulation, how it done in the source host. So in each layer, the encapsulation process is carried out. In the application layer, it is a message. There is no encapsulation. So no, it won't add any header or trailer. It just passes the message to the transport layer. The transport layer receives the message as the payload for it. So the thing it has to transmit, and it adds the transport layer header to the payload. So the header, what it contains? It contains the identifiers of the source and destination application programs, and also the information needed for end-to-end delivery and error flow, data flow, and then congestion control informations. And the resultant of the encapsulation is the transport layer packet called as segment if it is a TCP. Otherwise, it is called as the user datagram in UDP protocol. So then this transport layer packet is passed on to the network layer. In the network layer takes the transport layer packet as the data or payload for it, and it adds its own header to the payload. So here the header contains the addresses of the source and destination host, and other informations are by error checking the header and fragmentation information. If the packet is fragmented information. And the resultant of this network layer packet is called datagram. So the datagram is passed on to the data link layer. The data link layer takes the network layer packet as data or payload and adds its own header. The data link layer header contains the link layer addresses of the host or the next hop. If it is it has to communicate with the router, means it is the next hop address. The resultant of this data link layer packet is called as a frame, and this frame is passed to the physical layer for transmission. So in this way, the process is going on in the source host encapsulation process. You can see in the diagram, first thing it is in the application layer, it is just a message. The transport layer adding its own header, and in the network layer, it adds its own header, and the data link layer adds its own header. And the physical layer, the frame is so here the encapsulation down arrow represents the encapsulation process is going on. Data is transmitted. It is received by the router, and it will receive the whole message and decapsulate the message, and then router will add its own header and pass on to the next data link layer and then physical layer, and the destination host, it will receive the whole packet. Each layer will decapsulate it, and finally it will receive the message. Finally, the destination host receive the message. So in the router is doing both encapsulation process and decapsulation process. So it is doing both the process. So the encapsulation and decapsulation is done at the router because router is connected to two or more links. So it is doing both the process. So in the router, after the set of bits are delivered to the data link layer, this layer will decapsulate the datagram and passes it to the network layer. The network layer inspects the source and destination address in the datagram header, and it will check on to the forwarding table to find the next hop where the datagram is to be delivered. So then here it is the datagram, it should not be changed by the network layer and unless there is a need for fragmentation. If the packet is too big to transmit, then it will do the fragmentation. Then the datagram is then passed onto the data link layer of the next link, not in the same link, next link data link layer, the data is passed. Then data link layer of the next link, it will do the encapsulation process, the datagram in the frame and passes on to the physical layer for transmission. So the router is doing both encapsulation and decapsulation process. At the destination host, only the decapsulation process. At the destination host, each layer decapsulates the packet received, removes the payload, and then delivers the payload to the next higher level layer until the message reaches the application layer. And this is the final layer. What the message transmitted is received by the destination host. And this decapsulation process involves error checking. And then the addressing process. So addressing source address and destination address. Here 4 pairs of address in each layer. Pair of addresses there. So 4 pairs of addresses, 1 pair per layer except the physical layer. Physical layer, it does not need addresses. In the application layer, the address is in the form of names. Transport layer, it is port numbers. Port numbers are the local addresses that distinguish between several programs running at the same time. So each program has its own port address. Network layer, it is a globally defined addresses with the whole internet. So the network layer address uniquely defines the connection of a device to the internet. Next, link layer address, it is a locally defined address and it is also called as MAC address, and each of which defines a specific host or router in a network. So the addressing in the TCP/IP protocol suite, in the application layer, it is a names, transport layer port number, network layer logical address, data link layer addresses. Next, the multiplexing and demultiplexing process. Why we have to multiplex the application layer? It depends on the application. There are so many protocols, so many applications are there, so that we are doing the multiplexing process. So multiplexing is done at the source and demultiplexing is done at the destination. So multiplexing is the process that a protocol at a layer can encapsulate a packet from several next higher level layer protocols. Demultiplexing means that a protocol can decapsulate and deliver a packet to several next higher level layer protocols. A protocol, it needs to identify to which protocol encapsulated packets belong using its header field. At transport layer, it is either UDP or TCP can accept a message from several application layer protocols. At network layer, IP can accept internet protocol can accept a segment from TCP or a user datagram protocol. This internet protocol can also accept a packet from other protocols, auxiliary protocols. At the data link layer, a frame may carry the payload coming from internet protocol or other protocols such as address resolution protocol. Here the multiplexing process and demultiplexing process is given. So in the figure A, multiplexing is done at the source host. So the first layer is the application layer. It is the application layer. It has the protocols such as FTP, HTTP, SMTP, SNMP, DNS, like that. So many protocols. And some protocols that will use the TCP and some protocols that will use the UDP in the transport layer. And in the network layer, it is using the internet protocol. So in the multiplexing, the application protocols are combined together to either TCP or UDP. And then TCP or UDP, both are combined together for the internet protocol. So this is the multiplexing process. In the figure B, demultiplexing process at the destination. So the internet protocol receives the payload and it will separate. It is TCP or UDP. So TCP, it will forward to the TCP layer, and then UDP, it will forward to the UDP in the transport layer. And then TCP, further, it will demultiplex the applications according to the protocols, according to the applications, whether it is a file transfer or mail transfer or hypertext transfer protocol or domain name system. According to that, the demultiplexing is happen. So application will communicate to the application. So in the TCP/IP protocol, we discussed in all the ways, that is how it is layered and what are the functionality of the layers, and the encapsulation and decapsulation process, and the addressing process, and multiplexing and demultiplexing.